Hi, I'm Jaleesa McDonald, and we are the ADFW Family Childcare Network Policy Cohort team for the All Our Can 2021 Policy Cohort. And we are happy to share some of our experiences with you guys. We're going to introduce ourselves throughout the presentation, so we're going to get started. Okay, so All Our Can asked us a couple of questions about how we ran the programs that we ran through the Policy Cohort program. And so the first question is why we focus on provider leadership. And I just want to say that's easy because providers are doing amazing work across the country and our voices need to be heard. And with that being said, we need to learn how to advocate effectively for ourselves. And so that's why we chose the leadership route.
And I'm Stephanie Whitehurst, and I'm the Director of Quality Early Learning at Childcare Associates in Childcare Services Management Division. And I wanted to add to what Jaleesa said, that it is great for the family childcare providers to take the lead on advocacy, to begin to tell the community what they need, so that we can help support them in the community. So we were really happy to actually support that initiative.
Yes. And so the second question was how we leverage the unique experiences and expertise and resources that each member of our team brought to the table to empower and support providers. And so I will go first. That is easy. I am a family childcare provider myself, and I have been for 15 years. So I have the knowledge and expertise on what goes on inside the childcare, the real expertise about what goes on inside the childcare home, outside the childcare home, in the business practices. And so that's what I brought to the table, as well as forming a family childcare network where we get together and have our own community practice and reach out to everyone that you see on this panel. All of them, they all work for an agency that provides valuable resources to family childcare providers. And to speak to that, that's why ADFW Family Childcare, one of the reasons we were created.
Jimena?
Hi, I'm Jimena Antunes de Mayolo. I am a program officer at the Rainwater Charitable Foundation. And what I brought to this amazing group of folks is the flexibility that private funding can bring to the idea of trying out pilots and really thinking about how also, this kind of support can ultimately become something that is part of, a bigger project and a bigger, in the bigger ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole.
Hello, I am Nicole Allen. I am the contract manager for the childcare program at the Workforce Solutions for Tarrant County Board Office. And what that means is that I am one of the representatives from the 28 board areas that are charged to manage the CCDBG funding that is given to the Texas Workforce Commission. In my direct role, I manage the Texas Rising Star program, which is the quality rating improvement program for the state of Texas. And I get to do a lot of innovation within my job as it relates to quality and how we can get quality dollars into our community of Tarrant County, Fort Worth, and Arlington, and all of the surrounding cities. And also I get to partner with funders like Jimena, who have what I like to call free money, which is private dollars, and it wraps very well and braids very well with my public dollars, so we can increase the pilots and access to our innovative programs.
Yeah.
Melanie?
Hi, I'm Melanie Rubin. I'm a policy consultant who's been in the childcare space for many, many years. And I also have the privilege of being the director of the North Texas Early Education Alliance. And what I brought was some policy perspectives, some policy history, and some opportunities to move this work forward, as well as a perspective from the Dallas County. And I also had the privilege of representing Dallas County and some other counties in the area so that we can think regionally to solve some of these issues.
Mm-hmm. And then again, I'm Stephanie Whitehurst, and I actually have the opportunity. Nicole is our state representative for Texas Rising Star, but I get to be over the Texas Rising Star, Texas School Ready, and some other great initiatives that are quality initiatives in our county. So I get to have the opportunity to actually see the work getting done and bring implementation ideas back to the team. So this is really a great team.
The third question is how we structured our Advocacy 101 workshop and Teach Plus trainings and what providers gain from this training. And so basically, we wanted to teach providers not only to tell them how to advocate for themselves, but to teach them step-by-step actions. And so we started off with our Advocacy 101 class, and then we went on because we wanted to deep dive more because providers were wanting more. And so we partnered with a program with Teach Plus. I'm going to pass the mic to Melanie.
Thank you, Jalitha. It was such a wonderful and exciting program. The providers were so engaged, clearly have the expertise and passion to inform policy. And so adding on some tools and some skills has been just tremendous. We did partner with Teach Plus and built upon a proven curriculum for some of the things they did, and then inserted the provider expertise and professional, insights. We partnered with providers so that they actually helped deliver the training each session, so we could really inform the policy specific to childcare policy. We did some sessions on storytelling for impact, who has the power and how to talk to them, really identifying what levers need to be pushed in order to influence policy. We did some power mapping there. We did writing and delivering testimony, and then really dug into childcare policy in Texas and what was coming up for the legislative session this session. It was truly amazing to see the depth of knowledge that these providers had, and they built on each other. They built on each session before. They would use language learned, and by the end of these different sessions, we're ready to jump in, and we're already seeing providers participating in this legislative session in a new way. It has just been a tremendous opportunity. We knew the knowledge and expertise was there, and now just connecting them to tools has been amazing.
Yes, and also it's right on time, because in the state of Texas, how many bills we have that's pertaining to childcare, Melanie?
We've probably got about 50 bills that are real.
Yeah, so we have 50 bills, right? And so we were able to speak to providers across the state of Texas, not just in our region, but across the state of Texas, on how to adequately advocate for themselves, who to contact, and what they need to do to make sure their voices are heard. And so that was really exciting. And we're also going to follow up with a leadership course where we're going to help mentor them one-on-one as well moving forward. And so the next question is where do we want to go, and how are we going to continue working together to make sure providers are heard and valued?
So the next step, for this program, one of the things that's come of it has been we have a Tarrant County Early Learning Alliance, and within that group, there is a provider council that's been started that represents both family childcare and childcare centers, but and equally in that space, and really looking at how to better move as a larger community, both Tarrant County and ultimately really North Texas, and working with other regions, to elevate the provider voice and really push through different initiatives. Jolitha and one of our other local leaders are heading up those efforts. So that's, from a Tarrant County perspective, that's really one of the next steps we've taken towards really institutionalizing having providers at the leadership level.
Mm-hmm. If I could just add to that too, I think this policy cohort was really tremendous in impact in changing and breaking down some other barriers. I think it really has connected the different counties, which look geographically close, but sometimes were apart on these efforts, and it really broke down barriers, as well as barriers between childcare centers and family homes. It really elevated family homes at the table on some of these policy discussions, and I think it's been tremendous. We've also had some interest across the state of doing some more policy work broadly, seeing that it was virtual, and other areas are really excited about the work that started here. So I think there's a lot of potential there as well.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'd like to add as well, as a state representative, it is so beneficial to sit in a coalition where voices are actually heard. So what is coming from this family child care policy cohort is a lot of policy influence can happen because we're getting the providers' voices and really going to be able to understand exactly where the dollars actually need to go as it relates to family child care, center-based child care, even after-school child care, really getting the voices around the table to help. One of the benefits of working in this, just in Tarrant County, but also our surrounding areas, because we have created a wonderful relationship with our neighbors, with Dallas, and even our North Central Texas, which is the donut around our counties. We're able to now start really working in tandem, which is really big for those of you that don't really understand how Texas operates. If you can get more to the table and more voices at the table, it really does influence our policies. And I have some of my colleagues are starting to call the 3 board areas the power of 3. And it's definitely happening. So we can only go up from here as it relates to our policy influence in the state of Texas.
Yep. Did anyone else want to add anything? Okay, and so anything else that we want people to know?
I just want to thank all our kin for this opportunity. It really has had so many wonderful outcomes, certainly what were intended, but even outside of that. And just thank you for this opportunity to work together and to learn so much from them as well.
And I just see that we are going to do some really great work in the future. We've got some additional goals that we want to implement, and each program is working together stronger. So I applaud again all our kin for the work that they've done with us here.
And yeah, so I would like to say thank you to all our kin. We really do appreciate the work that you guys do on behalf of family child care across the United States. And also I want to give encouragement to family child care providers out there, the Family Child Care Networks Association and Grassroots. I just want to say, find your local resources, and they are willing to help you. I'm telling you, I am a living testimony. Look, I have the workforce board. We have a funder. We have our child care subsidy agency, and we have our child care policy consultant. These agencies will love to work with you. All you have to do is ask. If they don't ask you, ask them. Go to them, call them, go to their websites and say, hey, we would like to reach out. Could you come to one of our coalition meetings on a Saturday or on an evening? Invite them to your table. They will come, and trust me, and you can move mountains by partnering with your local coalitions and early childhood education agencies in your area. And once again, thank you all I can, and thank you for having Team ADFW from Tarrant and Dallas County represent Texas. Thank you.